This is a butchery demonstration given by the experienced butcher Rob Rattray. He will be breaking down a lamb carcass and showing you the different cuts, especially those used in the trial, which were loin, chump and topside. I hope you enjoy.
Good afternoon. My name is Rob Rattray. I live here on our family farm in New Cross. I've been a butcher in Aberystwyth for 40 years. We produce our own lamb as much as we can using these clean sheep which is behind you, and we put a Beltex ram on them to have the extra meat and the conformation on our lambs, and that cross really suits our trade. And so you can see we try and keep and source all our meat very, very locally, and you can't get much more local than this. I will cut you half a lamb up just so you can see where all the cuts come from, and I'll talk a little bit about cooking them and how we prepare them and all about the lamb itself. This is the neck, and this is the hind leg. When the lamb is alive, it's got 4 legs, but when it's slaughtered, it becomes a shoulder and a leg. So I will prepare these for you to see now. So I've done them into 3 primals now. That's the shoulder, this is the loin and breast, and this is the leg. Firstly, we cut the shank off. This has become a very popular slow roasting joint. We just cut the knuckle off. So that is the shank. So to get the top side off the leg of lamb, we bone the pelvis off. So that's the pelvis. So then we cut across here to the seam where you take the top side off. That is the whole lamb top side. And then I'll bone the leg. Get the femur out. And as well, you've got to remember to take the patella out. Right, the top sides now I'll cut into steaks for you. So that is the top side steak, okay? Then with the rest of the leg then, we cut them in steaks. Cutting here now, that is the lamb rump steak or the chump steak of the animal, okay? That's the chump steak. This is the remaining steaks left on the leg now. So that's all the leg cut up in steaks. So this is the loin. We take the breast off there. The breast mainly gets used to make burgers and sausages, where traditionally it would always be used to make a cowl or a stew. But these days the burger and lamb sausage trade is very strong, so All our breasts go for making burgers and sausages. We cut all the loin into chops. So these are the loin chops, that's the eye muscle, and this there is the fillet steak of the animal. So this is the rack of lamb, and I'm going to make it in 2 racks, like a wood portion for restaurants. Okay, so firstly, we French trim it. And we take we chine it, which is taking the backbone out of it. So that's the backbone taken out. So that's a 7-bone rack, and we'll cut it in the middle there, which that is an Ystwyth Valley rack of lamb. So this is the shoulder. This lamb is really nice and meaty. It's got a broad shoulder, and when it's got a broad shoulder, it has a nice eye muscle. I will just bone and roll this shoulder now. When I started butchering 40 years ago, sorry, every butcher struggled to sell shoulders, but as time goes on, we've had to adapt, and by boning and rolling the shoulders or cutting them in steaks, we are far clever at selling the whole carcass. So that's the rib cage off, and there's always a little knob of fat around here surrounding the thyroid gland. It's very important to take that out. Even on a lean lamb, there's a little lump of fat surrounding the gland, which is that there. And then we just nick the joint there, some pressure on it. Then go down here and nick the joint there again. So that's the whole shoulder completely boneless. Just to make it a little bit more presentable for the window, and adding flavour while you're cooking it. The rosemary really enhances the looks of it. There's the bone and roll shoulder. Going through these cuts quickly. The top side steak here, very lean, very tasty. The steaks here, out of the chump, the rump steaks or the chump steaks, and the middle leg here, very tender and very succulent. The chops then, the loin chops can be cooked very slowly in the oven to make them really tender, but you could fry them or grill them or barbecue, and as I was saying, they're nice and tender. You know, lamb to me now in the autumn is at its best flavour, very tender. Rack of lamb here, that's really tasty. And then this is my Sunday favourite. Roast this very slowly for about 2.5–3 hours. A little bit of water in with it to keep it nice and juicy, and a tenth of foil just to protect it and to keep it from burning. So that's my Sunday special.